Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world before the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Now, it's Tuesday, November the 6th, and again, we've got 6 great press releases for you from both sides of the border. First 3 press releases dealing with actual numbers, contracts, financial results, that sort of thing, and last 3 are dealing with great finds out of the resources sector. So let's start off first with Sino Energy, trades on the OTC under the stock symbol SNEN. They announced some major contracts, and as you know, I love these up-and-coming Chinese companies, and Sino Energy is definitely one of them. What they are is a manufacturer of compressed natural gas vehicle equipment, compressed natural gas stations, and as well as an operator of compressed natural gas stations in China. Great business to be in China. One of the wholly owned subsidiaries has received an order, or 2 significant orders, from 2 natural gas transport companies for 90 natural gas transport trailers. That's a really big order. They don't have any numbers associated with it, but 90 natural gas transport trailers is pretty big. They're going to deliver 45 of those trailers during the fourth quarter of 07 and another 45 during first quarter of 08. So these contracts are going to get fulfilled pretty quickly and end up on the top and bottom line of the company. This is also significant for the past 5 quarters. They've been reporting 17, 20, and 25 trailers per quarter. So this pretty much doubles their numbers, and maybe it's a sign of what are things to come. The company's right now is trading at $4.85. They're up pretty strong from about $1.50, $1.60 when they started trading back in March. And again, that's just indicative of these great Chinese companies that are delivering great products into that growing marketplace. Next up, Pacific Safety Products trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the stock symbol PSP. The company has announced an extension of a $1 million contract that brings it now up to $3 million contract. Unfortunately, because they're a manufacturer of armored products and deal with Canadian defense and law enforcement and so on and so forth, they're not really able to give us any more details other than to say this extension of $1 million brings up to a total of $3 million, and there's still 2 option years left on this contract. The company right now is trading at 98 cents. Next up, Javo Beverage, trading on the OTC under the stock symbol JAVO. They announced a record Q3. They also announced their numbers for Q1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to go and let you know about the numbers that report for the first 9 months. Revenues up 26% to $9.86 million. Gross profit increased 9% to just under $3.4 million. And their net loss has fallen to 4 cents per share from 5 cents per share for the first 9 months of 2006. So you know I like it when I see revenues moving way up and losses on the way down. It means a good sign of growth. We're willing to accept the net loss per share for now, given the fact that revenues are growing so strongly. But I'm really encouraged by, I learned a little bit more about this company from the quote that I'm going to read here, or I'm going to take some excerpts from Cody Ashwell. He's a CEO and the chairman of the company, and a couple of experts. We will have excerpts. We will have another record year for 2007. That's great to hear. Record years year over year are great in the small cap world. Our third quarter revenue increased 23% from the second quarter of 2007. So sequentially, they're up 23%, and year over year, 70%. We've now installed 2,073 dispensers during the first 9 months of 2007, bring our total installed dispenser base to 3,575 dispensers. What I really like are here are some of the customers that they've got: Compass, 7-Eleven, Sunoco, Exxon Mobil through their On the Run stores, and Irving Oil, and they expect to increase the number of dispensers throughout those companies because looks like they haven't achieved saturation yet. The company right now is trading about $1.04, which is in the lower range of its 52-week trading range, so it might be a good entry point. As always, you got to do your own due diligence on that. Let's switch it over to resources now, where we've got Anglo Swiss Resources trading on the TSX Venture under the stock symbol ASW. For our friends in the U.S., under the OTC under ASWRF, and in Berlin under the stock symbol AMO. They are an AGORACOM client. However, the news speaks for itself. They encountered significant sulfide mineralization during drilling at their Kenville mine property. What the company's done here is they're providing an initial progress report on their Phase 1 diamond drill program at the Kenville mine project. Current Phase 1 drill program is in its early stages with the first 2 drill holes completed. The drill core samples have been sent off for assaying for both gold and multi-element analysis, and they expect to release those as soon as possible. What's significant about Anglo Resources and their project at the Kenville mine property, and you should take a closer look at the November 1 press release where they went over this, but what you should know is the company is exploring a large alkylic porphyry, copper, gold, silver, and molybdenum target previously identified by work programs back in the 1990s conducted by Teck Exploration. Historical drilling by Teck in 1995 and 1996 yielded numerous zones of copper, silver, gold, and moly mineralization, but we all remember what happened back then. The resources market fell through the floor thanks to Bre-X, and Teck probably tucked this away and ignored it, and now Anglo Swiss has got it, and they're going to go back and try and reconfirm what Teck found. The company right now is trading at 28.5 cents. They've been really on the move since September, and this kind of news probably explains why. Take a closer look at Anglo Swiss. Next up, Nora Resources, also an AGORACOM client, trading on the TSX Venture Exchange under the stock symbol NOT. They're announcing further deep gold mineralization encountered at depth at their Windfall Lake property. This is not the Double Eagle, but in fact, Windfall Lake. They've got 4 additional significant diamond drill intersections from 2 deep holes that they recently completed. Let me give you a couple of those numbers. Hole number 07152, a deep hole that passed more than 100 meters below previously known mineralization. Intersections confirm that mineralization has a substantial down dip dimension. One of those intersections, 2.4 meters, grading 8.29 grams of gold per ton, and an additional 2 meters grading 10.8 grams of gold per ton. On hole number 07157, 3.65 meters of 4.65 grams of gold per ton, 4 meters grading at 19.37 grams of gold per ton, and finally 2 meters of 16.12, again, grams of gold per ton. So some pretty nice numbers there, and they're obviously going deep. The company's trading at 548. This news came out just after the close on Monday. They actually had additional news this morning, but it came over the wires a little too late for us to cover it. But take a look. Might be a good day for Noront. And finally, Castilian Resources trades on the TSX Venture under the stock symbol CT. They announced some results from their nickel copper deposit in Brazil. Nice place to be, right next to the big boys in Brazil there. Diamond drill hole 045 intersected, hear this, 38.5 meters grading 0.64% nickel, 0.34% copper, and 0.02% cobalt. That also included 9.85 meters grading 1.32% nickel and 0.43% copper. They also had drill hole 07041 that had similar numbers, a little smaller, but similar kind of numbers. I take a quote here from David Gower, who's the president and CEO of the company. I'm just taking an excerpt here. The company is commencing the resource calculation with an independent contractor and is targeting to have an initial 43-101 resource estimate by year end. I like 43-101 resource estimates. We all like them for obvious reasons. Given the current backlog of pending assay data, which totals 26 drill holes presently, the resource estimate may be delayed by several weeks while waiting for assays. Either way, it looks like they're going to come out with a 43-101 estimate, so you may want to put Castillian on your watch list. The company right now is trading at 45 cents. It's near the lower end of its 1-year trading range. That's it for the day. 6 great press releases. As always, drop by the AGORACOM marketplace if you want to find even more great small cap companies. Over 75 companies divided by industry and exchange, so you can find those that are best suited for a portfolio. Until then, tune in tomorrow. Have a great day, where undoubtedly we'll have more great press releases for you tomorrow. Thanks. See you then.